Hello and welcome to various lecture series in political science. Today we are going to start with discussions. First chapters titled as a Cold War from your textbook Contemporary World Politics of Class 12 Political Science. For better understanding, we have divided this chapter into 7 parts. We begin by general introduction to the world politics and about these books. We will try to understand how to understand and learn about various events and discussions in these books and contemporary politics. We are going to learn Cold War, reason of Cold War, emergence of two power blocs, Indian standing during the Cold War. Today we begin by understanding what is world politics and something related to Cold War. Now, to start with, let's discuss the outline of these books briefly and about the importance political events which we are going to discuss in this book. Now, the events which we are going to discuss are collectively or individually are impacting directly or indirectly the natures of contemporary world politics. Although we will study this even as a different chapters, remember all these events are related to one another. They are either a cause or an effects or a consequences of another events. This event can also seen as an actors or factors in determining the matrix of the present day's world politics. And also remember one thing's well study this. We must look up for 5 important dimensions of events. What are these 5 important dimensions? What are these? These are the what had happened, why did it happen, how did this outcome affects, whom did it affects, who are the significant players, and where and when did it happen. So, for example, we discuss Cold War in this chapter, first chapter. Try to take down notes on regarding Cold War. Basic questions like what is Cold War, when and where did it happen, who were affected by it, who were involved in it, etc. So now, learning social sciences, particularly like political science, become easy when we refer to maps, graphics, and illustration. These visuals help you to remember places and many of the dimensions of what's, where, when, how, etc. In political science, particularly looking at the maps how it helps you to identify particular geographical locations of a particular nation. If you say that suppose US enjoys security from any external threat because of its geographical locations, then map help you to understand the statement better. So let's understand what do we mean by contemporary world politics. You had studied political science in class 11, in which you have already studied about Indian constitutions, political theory, Panchayati Raj, secular regime, in political theory, freedom, equality, various other concepts, etc. But now we are going to learn about world politics. Contemporary world politics takes you beyond the scope of within a given nations or boundaries of the given nations. It enlarges of the scope of the politics by analyzing it world stage. Now, what do we mean by analyzing politics at a global stage? At a time, two concepts such as international politics or international relations and world politics are used interchangeably. That is one used against the other, but there is a small difference between the two. Let us understand this. In international relations or politics, we study the relationship between different governments or countries. What is the nature of interactions between the two governments, foreign policies, and mutual relations. But within the nations, there is important link between government, civil society, non-governmental organizations, and ordinary peoples. These links and connections influences domestic as well as international politics of any given country. So, to understand the dynamic of the war, it is important to understand what had happens within the nations and also between the nations, and how along with the government others actors and factors are important parts of this dynamics or whole matrix. In simple words or other words, war politics mean what happened within the countries that determine the natures of politics in large scale. For example, if we talk of a Cold War, it deals with the development within the certain countries but impacting the entire globe. This book is going to talk about the present events mostly from the second half of the 20th century. Here in this textbook we are going to focus even since the end of the Second World War, or more to be precise, Cold War, because it impossible to understand the natures of contemporary politics without understanding the Cold War and its impact on war politics till that. The other topics which are related to Cold War era are non-aligned movements, nation of hegemony, United Nations, international organization, human security, globalization, etc. All these even institutions and organizations have a significant role to play in making and shaping of the world politics. Now, United States of America remained outside from the Second World War for more than 2 years. But the attack on Pearl Harbor led to the USA entry into the war. The attack on Pearl Harbor, located in Hawaii Island, military strike carried out by Japanese Imperial Navy and Air Force against the USA Navy base located in Pearl Harbor. So, the attack was carried out on 7 October 1941. Japanese destroyed more than 20 American large naval ships, base ships, 200 battleships, 2,000 American soldiers and sailors died, and more than 10,000 wounded. The very next day after the attacks, Franklin, the President of the United States of America, asked the Congress to declare war on Japan. 3 days later, allies of the Japan's, namely Germany and Italy, they also declared war again on United States of America. And again, once again, the Congress reciprocated by calling it allies together. More than 2 years after, into a conflict or a war, America had finally joined the Second World War. So the Second World War ended when the United States of America dropped atomic bomb on the cities Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 in Japan. I'll show you the picture here. So this is the US battleship US West Virginia after the attack on Pearl Harbor in Hawaii on December 7, 1941. And here, so the Second World War was ended when the US dropped atomic bomb on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 in Japan. So here is the map, the two cities, and here is the replica of post-war Little Boy model atomic bomb, and here is another replica of the original Fat Man bomb, which is dropped in the Japanese city. So after the powerful atomic bomb dropped by United States of America, there is a picture you have seen in the two cities. There is a massive mushroom cloud was formed. The effects and the devastating impacts of the powerful atomic bomb. And here is the after the atomic bomb drop, this is one of the pictures of devastating impacts of the bomb. So that is how we can see. And here it is say in the economic circle that US knew Japan was about to surrender in the Second World War, and a decision to drop atomic bomb on Japan was unnecessary. But the critic argued that US did so. It dropped the atomic bombs on Japan because it intended to demonstrate its strength to Russia, and also wanted to stop Soviet Union from making political gain from Asia. On the other hand, the supporter of the United States of America said that it was necessary to end the war quickly and to avoid further loss of Allied forces. At this point, or at this time, the US and the Soviet Union emerged as the greatest power. They had the ability to influence political and economic relations all over the world. The next 3 decades after the end of the Second World War narrate a story of struggle between the two superpowers. This era is called as a Cold War. So next time we will be discussing about in details what is Cold War and what are the genesis and the root cause of this Cold War. So for today, let us end our discussion for today. Have a great day. Thank you.